Control has a free upgrade, then takes it back. Ubisoft forward, and the weekly gaming news recap and cookie review coming right up. Welcome back to Sodi Pop right here on YouTube. Today is Friday, September 11th. I'm Maddie, and this is the weekly gaming news recap and cookie review. We have a great show for you today, or I have a great show for you today. I'm looking forward to it. As always, every single topic is listed below if you want to skip to any particular section. And of course, we're going to recap and then go into the news for Thursday and Friday. Without much further ado, I have my drink. Let's chat. So to begin with, we have, of course, Xbox Series S was leaked, then officially announced, and then the date and price for both the Series X and Xbox Series S were announced officially. So we have the Xbox Series S being the less powerful one, coming in at $300, the Series X coming in at $500, and you can get them pre-ordered they're coming out November 10th, and you can pre-order them starting September 22nd, I believe. Yep, September 22nd. The one thing I did want to point out here is Xbox All Access. Simply, that is Microsoft's way of saying, hey, you can pay one price monthly for 2 years, and you get your choice of Xbox plus Xbox Game Pass. There's no extra deal onto it. It's the same deal if you were to buy the box alone along with the game. Keep in mind, a year down the road, it might be slightly discounted. You might be able to pick up a Black Friday bundle. Also, you always have to read the fine print with these, because sometimes if you miss a payment or something wonky happens, maybe your credit card expires and you miss a payment because you didn't update it, they might charge you interest based on that. It says 0% interest, but if you miss a payment, there's usually something weird there. So make sure you read the fine print if you are looking into that. Of course, more details are in the previous week's Monday and Wednesday chatty with Maddie. We did see that Xbox Game Pass got a major boon. So again, for $15 you can get Xbox Game Pass on any Xbox machine, and now it will include EA Play for free. So all the EA games, you got Plants vs. Zombies, of course, Madden, FIFA, so many things of The Sims. There's a lot of games on EA Play, so go ahead and check that out. Just making that a better deal, coming a little bit later this year. That will also be coming for the PC, but for the PC we did see a little bit of a price change. So they do have an introductory offer for $1 for the first month for PC, then it goes up to $4.99 for PC because it's in beta. This is being touted, as you see this article on The Verge, Xbox Game Pass for PC is doubling its price next week. This was planned, so just to be clear, it was planned once it comes out of beta that it's going to go to $9.99. That is still cheaper than the Game Pass Ultimate that seems to be for Xbox. Still an amazing deal. That's what I have. Again, you get everything that you would get on the normal Game Pass, more or less. Also this week, we did see the announcement of Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. So this is a Zelda Breath of the Wild prequel. This will be explaining that the war that happened 100 years prior to Zelda Breath of the Wild. One major note is that the team of Koei Tecmo that makes all these Warriors games, they said they worked very closely this time with the Zelda creators. Last time, not so much. This time, they worked hand in hand with story, combat, all sorts of things. It will still be the same 1 versus 100 or 1 versus 1,000 combat that you're used to, but as you can see, the art style looks exactly like Breath of the Wild. Really no difference. You couldn't tell. I'm super excited for this. This is going to tell the story what happened before, which I'm very interested in, with all the different champions. So obviously they will be playable characters. I'm definitely very excited. You can pre-order it now. Beyond that, we didn't get to see much gameplay. We didn't get to see much other than the trailer and the description and knowing that they work closely. Nintendo just tweeted earlier today, 9/26, September 26th. So in a couple of weeks, we'll get to hear more and more about what we see in this Age of Calamity. Also, don't forget to pick up your Mario pins if you pre-ordered the Mario 3D All-Stars collection of games, Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy. You just have to do a few things in your My Nintendo account and show that you pre-ordered the game either digitally or physically. If you got it physically, you have to claim the gold coins in the Nintendo Switch itself. So don't forget to do that, and you get these free Mario pins. Pretty cool. I'm definitely going to do that. And we also got confirmed that Cyberpunk 2077 single player will have 0 microtransactions. Coming later, the multiplayer online will have some microtransactions, but they said, like always, they're going to respect your money. I take their word for it. They've been pretty darn good at that. Well, that ends the recap. Again, like, follow, comment, subscribe. Every time you share it with a friend, it really, really helps out. Share it with people you think might be interested in. I'm always going to put a bunch of effort. I am 99% done with my room, so there's going to be more stuff coming. I'm excited to show you what I did with my wall and my desk and everything. It's going to be super cool. Might even use that as a streaming setup as well, kind of a dual streaming setup here. So very, very excited. With that said, let's move into what happened this past Thursday and Friday. So 505 Games was embroiled in controversy because you see all these games from PS4, Xbox One, PC being upgraded for free or at no cost to the consumer. So especially Ubisoft, their games, pretty much all their games unanimously that I've seen, and Cyberpunk 2077 and a bunch of others, Madden NFL is even doing it. You get to upgrade for free to next gen, no additional cost. Even The Witcher 3 is coming out for free. Like that isn't even necessary because it came out so long ago. They're kind of remaking it, or they're really upgrading it. 505 Games Control, they said nope, no matter what, no matter if you bought all the DLC, no matter if you bought the deluxe edition, you still need to buy a $40 game. Doesn't matter. So a user on Resetera posted that, hey, I own the base game plus all the DLC, and they actually unlocked the Control Edition that was a free upgrade. How did that happen? Because they had posted an explanation for why this was the case. So let's read this. It's coming from a Resetera forum from user Izipis. If I said that right, who knows? So the upgrade path that we are offering is only possible when upgrading from the same version of the game, as we are only doing additional development on Control Ultimate Edition on the next gen platforms. We are unfortunately unable to offer an upgrade path to all existing Control players. We understand how this might upset the number of players, but you will still be able to play the 2019 edition of Control expansion, the new platform. So they're saying, hey, there's something in the back end that you guys can't see that doesn't allow us to even if you bought Control with all the DLC, we can't possibly update you to Control Ultimate Edition, which is the edition that will feature the next gen stuff. You can still play the game as it is on the PS5, but it won't be updated, won't have all the cool new textures, won't have all the probably new ray tracing, I'm assuming. Well, we'll go down here and see what a couple of users happened. So this guy said, this is Hitokiri03. So, Control Ultimate Edition just came out on PSN, and it says that I own it. I bought the Deluxe Edition, but I wonder if you had the game plus the Season Pass automatically, you own the Ultimate Edition, like most games on PSN. Did they change their mind and forget to tell Sony of their plans? Can someone verify this on Xbox too? And you go down and you see, I tried, yep, I downloaded the Ultimate Edition from the page. The Deluxe is no longer in the store. Had the same thing happen to me. Very confused, posted about it too. I can't recall if I bought them separately or got the digital deluxe edition. So this whole thread is going down, and people, the deluxe edition or the ultimate edition, that is the next gen version, is allowing them to be downloaded. So clearly their reasoning, they're lying. They are able to unlock it for players that they know already own the complete game plus all the DLC and everything. They're unable to unlock it, and then they actually went ahead and took this back. So the reasoning has been revealed as pretty much complete BS, and it just gave them a further black eye. I mean, really unfortunate. 505 Games, I think at this point they should do a make good and do, because there's no other upgrade path. If you want to pay $10, you can't just get the upgraded version, which would be reasonable. You have to pay the entire 40. 505 Games should really do something to rectify this. All right, Ubisoft. So they just had another Ubisoft Forward. I'm going to go ahead and play kind of this in the background. This is the game that stood out to me the most, is Immortals Fenyx Rising, formerly named Gods and Monsters, which I thought was a much better game. And Normal's Fenyx Rising sounds like super mobile game BS. So I'm just going to quickly go through exactly what we got here. So Immortals, Fenyx Rising. Aiden Pierce is now coming to Watch Dogs. There's going to be essentially like kind of a playable character, and there's going to be a way you can actually like missions with him. Turbo mode is coming to Hyperscape. Sam Fisher from Splinter Cell is going to be coming to Rainbow Six, and he's going to have like a 5 series like kind of anime type show. They keep on hinting Sam Fisher, Splinter Cell, but man, I feel so bad for huge fans of Splinter Cell. They just are not releasing the game. They are having a remake for Prince of Persia Sands of Time. Scott Pilgrim is finally being re-released. We'll talk about that in a moment. And they finished off with Riders Republic, which looks like a sequel to Steep. Gave me big vibes of maybe what you would see in probably what you would see in like SSX Tricky. So it looked very, very interesting. I think I'm probably playing this video at 2 times the speed here. Let me go ahead and fix this for you guys, so you're not like, oh man, this game's really fast. No, here's normal speed. Sorry about that. Yeah. So those are all the games. Let's go ahead and check out Scott Pilgrim. So Scott Pilgrim versus the World is a 2D side-scrolling beat 'em up. Now this was released for the PS3. People loved it. I have it for the PS3. I liked it. It's pretty darn hard, to be honest, but it's a big game. It's really fun. They removed it from the digital store and no one can get it again. It's just like PT. So you might be wondering, what's the big deal? That's why. It's a game that was locked on a system and you can no longer get it. It's being re-released. That's awesome. I believe it's coming to all systems. And then we have the Prince of Persia remake that is not coming to the Nintendo Switch. Double checked on it, not coming to Nintendo Switch. It looks good. It obviously looks better than the previous Prince of Persia. It's not pushing any boundaries with graphics, but it looks nice. It's very colorful. I'm sure it's going to be a super fun game to play. I did not play the original Sands of Time. If you did and you're looking forward to it, let me know below why you're looking forward to it. Do you think it does anything different that games today still don't do? I'm very curious because I'm want to play it, but I don't think I'll buy it day one. And then back to Gods and Monsters, or I guess Fenyx Rising. Sorry, Immortals, Fenyx Rising. A lot of people got to play this game, so kind of a quick recap. I listened to a bunch of people, the impressions of the game. This is kind of a quick recap of what I could gather, and because of what I heard from them and what I saw here, I'm super excited for it. So it is, I believe it's coming to Switch, which is amazing. So it's supposed to be very Breath of the Wild-esque. You can kind of explore, go anywhere. There's gliding. There's a horse that you can ride. It looks really good. Of course, you can see these big vistas. You can view just like you would Breath of the Wild there. It looks really fantastic. There's fun puzzles, a lot more color to it. From what I heard, the puzzles weren't as difficult, but again, a lot of people are just getting a little hint of what was going on. They didn't get to see the whole game, so keep that in mind. Doesn't seem as exploratory as Breath of the Wild. You'll just get to wander off and find something magical and special. Of course, there's going to be a lot to explore, they said, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be as like, oh, you just go forever and ever and there's, you know, you find a magical creature or something. I mean, Breath of the Wild was just like, playing that to begin with was just like, oh, it just felt so good. So we will see. Again, these people got to play a few hours, so who knows how much. All of the combat looks really good, almost like a Monster Hunter type Breath of the Wild. So I am super excited for it. This is the game that I really wanted. Another thing from Ubisoft Forward is that Rainbow Six, the game, next-gen consoles will play at 4K 120 frames per second. That's awesome. Just showing the power of the next-gen consoles. I'm super happy to see that. And I also wanted to talk about Ubisoft's release dates. I mean, they're just packing everything together here. So we have in October, Watch Dogs Legion's coming out. November, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. December, Immortals. In January, Prince of Persia. And in February, Far Cry 6 and Riders Republic. In addition, we have Cyberpunk coming out in November. We have so many other games coming out towards the end of the year. Of course, Call of Duty, Cold War. I'm not sure if that's the best case scenario. They're putting each of their games like so close to each other. I feel like it might be better if they space them out, and that's a lot of stuff too. A lot of seemingly good stuff. All these games look really fun. people enjoy Watch Dogs. I didn't play the last two, or the first one and the second one. I'm really looking forward to getting back into Assassin's Creed. I really took a huge break since Assassin's Creed 3, so I haven't played any of the modern Assassin's Creed, and so this one looks really, really fun for me. I want to get into Immortals for sure. That looks phenomenal. Prince of Persia I do want to try out, and Far Cry 6 and Riders Republic, but if they're all coming in within a month or two, I mean, probably have to wait for me until they're on a discount, unless I get to try them out for free, which might change my mind. That'd be amazing. But let me know what you think. Do you think they're coming out all too close to each other? This seems like a lot to put in the first part of the year, especially when they might be able to delay a lot of these till maybe later next year or mid next year in summer, when not as much comes out. And you're going to see probably a glut of games where there's not a ton coming out for the next gen systems, especially the Series X. You know, we're waiting for Halo, and then the PlayStation 5, who knows when their release window stuff will be. So very curious as to what you guys think. Do you think it's coming out too close? Am I just totally missing the point? Who knows? All right, let's go on. So we have Xbox new games added to Xbox Game Pass, the Sky of 4 Complete Plus Edition, some Nippon Ichi software disguised as a nice top-down tactics game. Disguised a lot of fun, super ham and fist. And if you're getting ready for October, I mean, this is just Halloween over and over again. Tell me why. Chapter 3, The Dark Crystals, Age of Resistance, Tactics, again another tactics game. Star Renegades, which I looked into, also another tactics game that looks like. And Tell Me Why, Chapter 2, where's Chapter 1? I think it's already on there. So go ahead and check that out if you have Game Pass. Sony has a mystery event planned for PAX Online. Now, I saw this in several places. Originally saw it on Reddit. This is coming from Robert Ramsey on Push Square. So right here he says, Sony has currently unnamed event planned for the 18th of September during PAX Online. It's one of the only upcoming PAX events that doesn't have a title. It's simply called Sony Holder at the time of writing, and so speculation begins. Well, I had this page pulled up, and right before this video, I'm like, let's reload it. Let's see what happens. It said 7 days away. Boom, nothing. It was taken down. The page was taken down, so I'm curious if it's going to happen anymore. Are they going to announce anything at PAX? I can't imagine that a PAX panel would have big PS5 news. So just be warned. I mean, we have to see the PS5 price sooner rather than later. Hopefully they're very competitive with Microsoft. That's better for us, the consumer. All right, guys. Well, that about does it for the gaming news recap and this week in the gaming news. But of course, we have a cookie review. So if I don't see you till next week and you're going to head out right now, have a wonderful weekend. Remember, be yourself, and let's check out these cookies. So today we have some wonderful Trader Joe's Biscottis, almond biscottis. These are soft bite mini almond biscottis, a biscotto, I don't know how Italians probably say it. We're going to check these out. I'm a big fan of biscottis, especially when you have them with coffee or hot chocolate or something. Now, they say soft to bite. They're not soft at all. They're rock hard. Biscottis are usually like that in my experience. You know, you dip them, use them in coffee, get them a little bit soft, go for it. They have a really nice almond fragrance to them. Huge, huge plus. Very hard, so let's do the density test as always. So hard, crumbly. Let's go ahead and do the first bite. Oh, really wonderful almond fragrance. Super big into that. I love almond, vanilla. Nice flavors. Yep. That's a good biscotti. I mean, straight almond flavor all the way through. Sometimes these almond biscottis, there's clearly almond extract in here too. It's not just almonds. There's clearly almond extract that you can taste from the flavor. Melts in your mouth. Not like a butter cookie. It's not like really rich like a shortbread cookie, but really nice. Big almond flavor. Get some texture from crushed almonds themselves, but nothing too much. It's really nice cookie. I enjoy this. Yeah, I'll be eating all this for sure this weekend. I mean, kidding me? Yeah, highly recommend these. Trader Joe's soft bite almond biscotti. Serving size 3 pieces. 150 cals. You know what I'm talking about. I'll be enjoying those later. Highly recommend. I'll say that's a great out of a great cookie. Super solid. If you're into biscottis, go for it. If you're looking for something hard to eat, you're having a tea party, perfect. Go for it. I know they have like a chocolate one and a lemon one too that I've seen. I haven't tried either of those, so I have to check those out later too. Well guys, that about does it. I mean, this was a big weekend. Super exciting. So much news happened. Watching the Ubisoft board, I was skeptical, and then I think afterwards looking at the games, I'm like just super excited for like all this stuff that we have coming out down the pipeline. I mean, gaming is so incredible coming up. We have 2020 has been a rough year, but gaming is going to be so cool. Then we have like rumors of Nintendo Switch coming early next year, Nintendo Switch Pro. You know, will they include DLSS 2.0, make it kind of a 4K upscaling fest and make it really cool? Maybe not, you know, maybe that might be hard to fit on the chip and everything, but who knows what Nvidia has up its sleeve. They obviously just revealed like amazing graphics cards, so I'm super pumped. I mean, gaming is just getting better and better and easier to get in. I mean, you get Gamepass, you get options to so many things. Very, very excited. So thank you so much for joining me. I have such fun producing this content. I can't wait to show you the finished room. I like things being aesthetically pleasing, so I want like everything to be clean. My cable management is still way out of whack, so I have to fix that, and that's about it. I should be ready next week to actually show you what's going on here. Super pumped about that. All right guys, well thank you so much. Remember, follow me on the 3Ts and IG, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and Instagram. I'm Maddie. Have a phenomenal weekend. Remember,
be yourself
and eat a cookie. Bye.